Well, good morning, Anna. It's so good to see you this morning. How are you? Welcome to the interview for Up Until Now, the book. So excited to have you, and you're such an important addition to the book, and just so excited to talk to you. So tell everybody who you are, where you're from, a little bit about yourself so they can get to know you the way I do because you're special.
Good morning, Laura. Thank you for having me. So, my name is Anna Marie Perez, born and raised Florida native, and currently I'm living in Seattle, Washington.
And what are you doing with your life? You've got big things going on. Just a little bit of what you're doing on the professional
Okay.
level.
So, right now I'm an occupational therapy student. So, I'm doing my clinical rotations where I have been traveling for the past 6 months, anywhere from Southern California to Northern California. Now I'm here in Seattle. So, recently I was in an inpatient rehab facility, and now I'm at an outpatient hand clinic.
Yes, and you are just bringing your special brand of self, your energy, and your internal light to everybody that you work with. And it's just a joy to go on that journey with you and watch you incorporate all of the things that we work through every week. And how long? So tell everyone how we kind of met, how we started working together, how long we've worked together, and kind of the highlights of what you take away of our work together.
Honestly, the biggest thing for me was I was curious. I've always been very career orientated, and I just felt very stressed with everything going on with the global pandemic and doing school virtually and working. And I just felt like there was more to life that I was missing. And I had heard about metaphysics, and I became really curious about it because it was sparking different parts of my life that I'd been passionate about but never actually pursued. So I went on a Google search and I searched life coaches near me, but I wanted something a little bit unique, a little bit weird, because I like weird. And I found you. I interviewed actually several people for the position because I wanted to truly expand in my life, and I wanted to connect to somebody that wasn't a robot, somebody that was an authentic person. And I met you, and you've changed my life ever since then, and you still do.
You're so sweet and you've changed my life. Boy, I have expanded and grown just watching you expand and grown and the things you've worked through personally and professionally. Such a joy to journey with you. All right, let's talk about the book because our book, you are a co author, and this book is launching officially November 5th in the Dallas area. And we're having a huge launch weekend with all the co authors coming in, a book signing at Barnes and Noble. So exciting. So talk to me a little bit because I know it's kind of a journey to get your agreement to be in the book, but I know your stories and I know how they can inspire people. So what transformation did you talk about in your chapter in the book, and what type of person do you feel like this is going to inspire or help them on their journey?
So my story, so when you read it, you're going to be like, okay, I didn't want to talk about anything that was like, oh, wow, girl won the lottery or girl healed the blind or just something. I wanted to write something that was relatable, and I didn't want to write a story that somebody would read, get inspired, and be like, oh, good for her, but that would never happen to me. So my story talked about what it's like to be in a rut, to own being in that rut, and to take accountability of your life when you feel like you hit rock bottom or you fall into a depressive episode, and how to stumble out of that and how to pick yourself back up and how to integrate consistently little small habits that can have a huge transformation and expand your life. I wrote this story for honestly anyone, your average reader, somebody going through a hard time, somebody that's going through a good time, just to remind themselves what it was like when they weren't doing that great. And I hope that this story inspires other people to know that I explained a couple of the tools that I've been using that have worked for me. And I want the reader to be able to read my story, take a moment to pause and to evaluate their life, and get curious as to what a more expansive life could look like for them, and to apply. They could do what I did, or they could find somebody else, or just know that there's more out there.
Absolutely. And my heart in the book was never to drive people to try to work with me. It was go find the tools, go find the match for you. There are things out there. And so I think your story is amazing. I love it. So thank you for putting that chapter in this very important work that we're going to put out there to the world, right? So, okay, so what are you looking forward to the most about the book launch and about this being out there for people, putting it in people's hands?
Honestly, ever since we started working together, you have made such an impact in my life. And I've joined a couple of your group sessions and just seeing how you work with people in all walks of life in all areas of the country. I'm excited to hear the feedback and to hear how you've affected other people's lives, and to have been on this part of the journey where you were looking for people to be co-authors in the book and just see where it is from the beginning to the end. That's what I'm looking the most forward to.
Me too. I'm so excited, and I have thank you for that. And I tell you, I have the pleasure, the joy, and the distinct privilege of knowing you and knowing the others. And I can't wait for everyone to kind of get to know everyone, because each and every one of y'all are so special. And working with you has been so special. And I'm just so thrilled for your story to be in the book. So thank you for taking the time, because you are a very busy lady. You also do training, right? Physical fitness training. You've done
Yep.
competition. Yes. She's
Mhm.
also got a couple of fur babies. She's got Logan and Steve, the fur babies, the puppy and the kitty, and just love those two. So I've just enjoyed working with you over the last, it's been a year, a little over a year now, I think, and just watching the transformation. And your story in the book is absolute perfection. Um, because it's not, once you start transforming your life and you become what we like to call a conscious manifester, it's going to go up and down. And your story speaks to that, and how to really stay the course, and what to do when you get in that rut, and how to level up and transform again out of it. So, yay. I celebrate you, all of your successes personally and professionally. I celebrate your story in the book, and I'm just grateful that you're here and that I get to do a little bit of your life journey with you. And I can't wait for people to read the book and read your story. It's amazing. Thank you for spending time with me this morning, Anna, and we will have another interview soon. Talk soon.
Thank you, Laura.
Thank you.